The rot creatures possess great power. Use them well. They may even be able to infuse your arrows with energy.
Oh, you don't say. All right, well, I'm glad I just spent 5 minutes going over that. But this is Kana, Bridge of Spirits, and this is Kana and the Broken Bridge of Wood. But we now have a new ability, and tethering to these flowers is an incredible way of getting to new places, such as our first meditation spot. Rest here to permanently increase your maximum health. You're damn right I'm gonna do that. Alright, well, that was nice. Sometimes it's pleasant just to take in the views and reflect on your life and just relax and ground yourself. There's a couple more of those that we can find, but they are absolutely lovely and fantastic for water breaks. So let's go ahead and grab that. I don't know why I double tapped, but that's alright. And let's make our way down the dreaded slope of death. This is going to be something that you want to keep an eye out for, but there is another flower tether here that you definitely want to take, especially if you're playing on the anniversary update, because this is our first instance of a charm stone. Whereas this would normally be crystals, you know, pre-update, this is our first one, which is recharge. And the game is going to go through a brief tutorial, sort of detailing what it is. Charm stones are hidden throughout the world and can also be earned by completing trials. Equipping charm stones to augment Kana's abilities, giving her unique advantages in combat. So you are going to have to use your karma in order to purchase these, but some of them are pretty nice. There are 15 of them, and some of them can only be found in New Game Plus, I am sorry to say. But this one's not bad because on the account of the number of parry misses I make, not the worst thing in the world, but it's worth 50. And I would very much like some of this other stuff, but since I don't have the shield health yet, I guess we'll go with this. Why not? And let's get out of here because we have a boss to fight and I'm not really looking forward to it. So let's slide on down and meet our fate in the backyard of Rusu's home. Well, you all know this is already going to be annoying as hell just because these spear throwers are just gonna just use all of their time and energy making sure you're as miserable as possible. I don't even know what happened there. This guy and their impeccable accuracy. Well, you know what? 2 can play at that game. Hell, 3 could play at that game. I don't think more than 4 people can play at that game, but you know what? That's fine. It's better playing it with 6 people. Damn, he just sits around and waits for a minute. There we go. So more begin to spawn, which is fantastic. Just try to take him out as quickly as possible. Give him the double headshot. And you too, sir. Ugh, nice. All right, what about you, my friend? You have something for us? This isn't the annoying part of the fight, by the way. This is just already annoying by its own standards, but any day now. There's only 4 perches. Oh, geez. There you are. Yeah, that was close. I thought you did a thing there, didn't ya? All right, last one. Come on. Got a spirit arrow with your name on it. And now for the big baddie himself, Mr. Wood Knight, although he looks more like a Green Knight to me, minus the Dev Patel. But he's got a couple of different weak spots, and he also loves throwing his damn weapon around, which deals a lot of shield damage. I am not a huge fan of this, so I'm just gonna do something like that. Wait for it to charge, and we could also cancel it using our Rot Hammer. Nice. Also some of that. So try to shoot, you know, the little crystals on him because it'll do a lot of damage that way too. And they'll also pop off and give you extra courage, so even more incentive to do that, even if you got to get in there and sort of run away. I would show the rot arrow, but it is a little underwhelming on this guy, so I'm gonna save it for emergencies. Shoot. All right, man, cool your jets. The weak spots on his back are a little bit harder to get, but you can kind of goad him into doing what you want, so yeah, there we go. Oof, beautiful, and once more, with feeling. Look at that. That was good. So his charge is a little hard to read too, but when he does this, stop it. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, man? There we go. That's what you were thinking, wasn't it? All right, sometimes locking onto them, a little more lucrative. All right, watch out because he does that thing. Oof. Oh, that actually like stunned him for a second. Nice. Come on, sweet stuff. Hit me again. Oh shoot, I don't know what he's doing. All right, once more, but with feeling. Oof, man. I can never get that, but he's done. Whoop, I said done. I don't, oh, he crashed my, oh, I pressed the wrong thing. All right, that's annoying. I meant to use the rot hammer. Oh, but he does that too. That's fine. I was going for the weak spot, but close enough. All right, well, I don't know what happened there, but we succeeded, so let's go ahead and free this area from corruption.
I made that knife for Taro when he was a boy. He loved these woods, and I tried my best to teach him the old ways. Consumed by the troubles of our village, I was not there for Taro when he needed me most. I hope we can bring him peace. More relics are hidden in the corruption of the Forgotten Forest. I'll wait for you there.
And with that, we have our first relic for Taro, and it's his knife. So more or less, we are going to have to do that 2 more times in order to open up the path towards where Taro's lingering spirit may or may not be. And for that boss fight, we got another 3 rot to add to our repertoire, so that's fun. You guys want to go and raid the place? Why not? I think we've earned it. There's also over here too. So when your rot are off doing other things like canoodling with each other, they can't really help you, so. All right, yeah, this place is loaded, and that was a pretty good fight. Usually it's a little bit rougher than that, although that was pretty rough too, but yeah, had some good shots in. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Well, I want to go and look around here, and speaking of God of War, man, this area even looks like Kratos' house, and I am so excited for Ragnarok, man. I have a feeling this series isn't even going to come out until that's already out, which is kind of unfortunate because, I don't know, I'm going to want to record that, and then it'll be like old episodes of Kana recorded at the end of September, and it's like, well, shoot. Ain't that just a kick in the rear? There's, can we do something with these, or are those just for fun? Let me see. And miss, of course. I guess just the whirlybirds. Whirlybird gets the worm. Must just be for fun. All right, well, before we head out to the front, you do want to head back here for a secret area, but there's some kids loitering.
It's good to be back. Yeah, I wish Taro was here.
Yeah, I think we all kind of do at this point. But this is like a nice little challenge area, and one of the things you don't want to forget to do is right off the bat, grab this rot who is running around with this flower. So again, one of the cuter animations that you don't really see all that often. Plus it gives us the flower hat, so that's cool. Over here we have a platform that we need to put on its side, so we'll have that appear for the cog. We can rotate it so that we'll be able to eventually move on to that. Obviously you want to shoot the crystal, goes without saying, because there's darkness everywhere. And let's go and do some corrupting. There we go. Or anti-corrupting, rather. Oh, so that is where we have to go. Alright. Well, this leads to a nice little pathway, and there's even more corruption inside. Go figure. But we take it on to the end over here, and hopefully we have enough, because this is what I wanted. Hell yeah. Nice. So yet another flower shrine. Go ahead and bill me later, boys. Nice. You could have found this area sooner, and you can see there's actually an entire network of things going on up there. But you do need that forest here in order to actually access it. So if you get caught, you can always just jump back up this way and figure things out from there. You know, maybe move back in with Pops or something. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. Also, okay, there we go. I think we're going over there right now, so I don't know why I felt the need to shoot that, but yeah, that is definitely where we're going right now. Alright, well, as I fail to scale even the smallest mantling cliff, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison, this is Kana. I feel like I just said that, but just in case it's a new episode, I am having a blast recording this. This game is so much fun. Even though the hand-to-hand combat with your staff doesn't feel nearly as gratifying as shooting someone in the face and then, you know, dealing with their weak points that are just bulging out from the side. I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of it, and I hope the videos turn out okay. Which means I should probably take a break soon. That way we can avoid any conflict with, you know, the power grid of Texas. Huh? Anyone? You too? Yeah, probably not. Right, so more tethering flowers. And we take this and just go ahead and loop on over to this one. There are some really interesting platforming sections you can do with those, and it gets kind of scary later on, but it's fun, especially, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a sequence during the final boss that is pretty fun too, so. I think we've basically got everything here, so let's make our way back. You can fall down onto the slope there if you want, but I don't really feel the need to. Also, oh, here we go. I was gonna say, why is that flower not opening? You usually have to be in a very specific spot for it to activate, so just in case you had any qualms or you were worried about that. But this is nice. This is a pleasant little area. Is that someplace? That's probably where I just was. Okay, so we're done with the backside of Rusu's house, and now we have plants, and we also have things we can hit out of the sky. Nice. Just hanging in a tree. What were you doing in there? Actually, I don't really care. But we have this. Let's go ahead and smack that. That will also spawn a tier so that we can bring it right over here. Please? I pressed... there you go. Sometimes they just don't like to do it. And that spawns our old friend, Mr. Gregory. How's it going? If you bring him over the sprouts here, he'll go ahead and bring life to this garden once again. And there's even another one back here that you can do just for fun. But this, I don't believe, actually even does anything. Which is kind of disappointing because you bring all these lovely persimmons to life and you nurture them with your love and health. Anytime you see that little flourish, sort of lets you know that it's all done, but they don't eat it at all. They're not, well, I guess they do eat it, but it is important to do it over here because there is a purple squash and inside is a friend wearing a squash hat. Nice. All right, well, that feels pretty good. We can't go back this way, unfortunately, because the bridge is still out, and we have some kind of cute views over here too, but this is where we came in, so just in case you were wondering about that. And I say we go ahead and get out of here too. I feel like I've been saying, let's get the hell out of here kind of a lot lately. I'm gonna try to knock that off because that's kind of annoying. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. Okay, So we have more fruits over there. That's nice. But down here, is this another charm stone? Anytime you find one of these chests, in the normal game, they would have been crystals. So yeah, this is definitely mended strength. All right, not a huge fan of that one, but it could be useful if you're good on courage and you need health. Because whoops, wrong button. What this does specifically increases staff damage greatly for 10 seconds after using a health flower. And it costs 100 karma to buy, but having health flowers provide more health hasn't really been an issue for us lately, so I'm gonna hold off on that. And here I'm still a little short on some other things. I do think I am gonna get the shield next, which I will be able to afford here in just a moment, actually.
Can you pick that up?
Please pick that up, and I will shoot this down while I wait. There you go. Oh, and miss. These things have the weirdest hitboxes. So yeah, this is just kind of a fun little time. All right.
Right over there.
Man, it's like, what is this, Plague Tale? Yeesh. Yeah, so 210. We are looking good, and I think this is just to take us down. So I think we're set. So long as you basically hit that, you'll be fine, as long as you aren't like directly in a death plane. So you don't have to worry about losing it. Plus the flower has to be open. So yeah, we are pretty much done here. Before moving on, don't forget back here, there's some plants for us to go ahead and nutritionalize ourselves with. Beautiful. And sure, why not? Let's just go ahead and get that just knocked out of the park. There we go. So I do want to say it's going to be a while before we level anything up, but I feel like I'm going to go for increased quiver capacity here over this, just because I feel like as much as this is useful for us, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work this early. Once we have more rot action, I'll be more likely to want to have that, but for right now it's been okay, so I'm not too worried about that. But hey, this is starting to look a little familiar, huh? Huh? Remember that level 2 we got over there? Well, guess what? We're still level 2. But we're kind of close to level 3. I mean, we're gonna get there eventually. Well, we can go ahead and do this and make our way over to this little area, this gravestone. Grab ourselves another rot.